Welcome to STRATCAST and welcome back. We are a pure romance podcast created just for our consultants and our sales force.
Ow!
My name's Alexa and I'm on the training team at Pure Romance and I have all awesome talent with me today.
Yes, I am Heather Erb. I work on communications at Pure Romance.
Ooh. Jen Kidder, communications, the strategy team.
Yes. And we all get to work together to make a super strategic approach for our consultants that make them ultimately the most successful that they can be.
Show me that money, honey.
That's what I'm talking about. And I think that this podcast is essentially a piece, just a little piece of that pie, right?
Before we get in though, how are you girls?
Oh,
I've missed you.
I'm pregnant.
Oh gosh.
The cutest little pregnant woman I've ever seen.
38 weeks, just had my doctor's appointment, and not a darn thing's changed. My little baby boy, he's staying in there for as long as
little baby Leo.
From one mom to another, don't rush it.
I know, right?
He'll come.
But it feels like a marathon, which speaking of.
Look at that.
Heather.
Look at that. Yes, I did. I just completed my first full marathon.
Girl.
Probably also my last.
You got a free gift too, right?
Yeah, I got a nice little fashionable boot on my left foot from it. But hey, it's okay. It little injury didn't kill me. Yeah, it definitely taught me a lot about perseverance, a whole lot of training, a whole lot of work went into it. So I'm super proud.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I took Chloe down to cheer on some of the flying pig runners.
Little baby Chloe.
And baby, 2.5. Raising a future consultant is hard work. Let me tell you, especially during potty training, because so that's what's going on in the Kidder household. But
we all have our marathons that we're working
We all have
through.
our marathons,
Yeah,
exactly.
That's right.
All right, so let's get down to it. For today's topic, we're going to talk about something that can kind of be a little bit of a marathon in and of itself. When it comes to answering the question, what is pure romance? Mm-hmm. Or if someone says, tell me about pure romance, right?
We see it all the time when we go to lunch. Where do you guys work? Pure
Yes.
romance, right?
Right, and corporate staff, like we have to answer it all the time too. We're out there just as much having the opportunity to talk about what we do and where we work. And so for us, it's kind of funny, right? Because we kind of navigate it through layers, depending on what someone wants to know. So for me personally, I always just take this approach. I'm like, yeah, I work at a direct sales company. And if that eyebrow is raised, they're like, what kind of products do you sell? And I'm like, oh, relationship and intimacy products. And then usually it's either like they shut it down or their eyebrow is raised even further. And I'm like, bath and beauty, massage. And then if they're still going, I'm like, yes, and bedroom accessories. Okay,
That's what cue the blushing, right? That's
right. That's exactly what they wanted me to say. It's the hook that they were waiting for. But the thing is that this is my job. This is what I do full time. I mean, it's almost a 24/7 lifestyle for me. So I feel comfortable navigating that conversation and answering it and getting through whatever the awkwardness feels like every time. It's just.
But I like that you said bedroom accessories. Sometimes sex toys is a little harsh, right? It can be.
Right. And the thing is when it comes to what we do here, we kind of have to feel very confident in talking about this business, because on the inside of things at corporate, what we do is really empowering, and we're educating people. And yeah, it is within the sex industry, but on our side, we get to hear every single story of success from our consultants. We see every report that shows that the compensation plan is working, that the products are selling, and we get to learn from those who are empowered too, which is why we ultimately wanted to come up with this STRATCAST, is because we get to learn from them and we want to get the best information out to our consultants. But we're also kind of behind the scenes in terms of product creation. We write the communication, we write the training content. It's basically the production behind the brand and the experience with who is Pure Romance.
Absolutely.
But I think the thing then is, how do we tell consultants to sell it, right? So it's important that when they go to sell the product, the opportunity, the brand, their business, all of these things, that they understand how to talk about it as well. Because we know our value, our mission statement.
Empower, educate, and entertain, Alexa.
Yes, honey.
Yes, all day.
But how do we capture that in a conversation so that someone feels like they want to become a part of that? Whether they want to do business with us and have a sale, they want to buy something, they want to become a consultant, they want to join the team, they want to have a party.
Because if you explain it right, there's no doubt people are going to want to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
And I think if you explain it the right way to Pure Romance, there's a lot of other direct selling companies, right? So how does our product or our experience a lot different than any other
and what
party
can we
plan
offer? And I think that's what we are so excited to go over today. We're going to go over 3 big things. So we're going to talk about how do you start the conversation about Pure Romance? What are some easy ways to segue into what you do and to bring it up? We're going to talk about what you say to someone who asks about what Pure Romance is, and then how you close the deal with them. How do you transform that conversation from someone who's just looking to discover and learn what Pure Romance is into making it, something that they can be a part of, like we just talked about. So really quick, before we dive into that, I think it's super important we understand who is Pure Romance. And this week we had an amazing opportunity with our top leaders in the organization, their senior board members. They came in for something that we like to call Think Tank. And Think Tank is where corporate brings them ideas, but these leaders also bring us ideas. And it's this awesome, just brilliant exchange of ideas and information and what's working and what's not working and what can we do to ultimately make the experience for the consultants and ultimately the organization better for the consultants and everyone that we're working with, customers.
Like an epic brainstorm, a brain tornado.
Yeah. Brain tornado. Yes. So that storm, it absolutely came through. And I want to talk about something that we proposed to them. And so this is a perfect essence of who is Pure Romance. And we asked them, if you had to define Pure Romance, how would you define it? So I think first and foremost, the big word that came up was fun, right? So consultants have the opportunity to create an experience. We call them experience creators, which I love that they use that word. And it's the opportunity to create this fun, holistic, confident environment that gives permission to explore a topic that can often be a little impermissible, a little taboo, a little bit kind of scary, right? And the other thing that they did is they identified that because of this, we are, in a sense, intimacy professionals. We get to have this responsibility to devulgarize and validate and offer safety, not only just in the environment that we provide when we have a Pure Romance party, but our products and materials are also top of the line too. And so this kind of came along with the fun word sexperts.
I love that. I love it.
I was like, okay, yes, I will take that tagline too. And I think finally the kind of closing the hook to all of this is that they come with this brave intent to allow women to feel beautiful in and out of the bedroom. And that's what I think is truly the Pure Romance difference. When we talk about a direct sales company and what we can offer and what makes our product line different, that is Pure Romance. And it's this fun, the experience, and the service that we can offer through a premier product line. I mean, when we talk about products that are top of the line, I commonly associate it with Pure Romance and everything that we have to offer. So all this being said, Jen, I gotta know, you feel empowered, you know who Pure Romance is. How are you gonna start the conversation?
Starting the conversation, I think, is important. It's fun. I think all of us, especially as consultants, we love the product. We love Pure Romance. We're excited and eager to talk about it to other people, right?
Oh, yeah.
But how do you bring that up in conversation? And I think it's important. It goes back to that connection that we talked a lot about in April.
Yes.
Making sure that conversation comes up organically.
Yeah.
We don't want to force that conversation. We don't want to shove it down someone's throat. Trickle it into your daily conversation. Something that really irks me and bothers me, and I'm curious if it bothers you ladies too, is on Facebook, I get hit up all the time with these messages from other direct selling companies, either automatically adding me to their VIP pages or just messaging me nonstop about buying the product, joining the team. Have you guys experienced that before?
Oh, yes. Yeah, another direct sales company, actually, someone messaged me on behalf of them and called me the wrong name.
Oh, no.
Like, honey, come on. You at least got to edit it correctly, your copy and paste message. So, tailoring it to you is so very important because I immediately shut down. I didn't want to listen to what she had to say.
I'm cringing so hard at that.
I know.
Ugh.
I love Facebook. I love social media. Because of, your business, I think it's important to get out from in front of that computer, get out into the public, get out into different community events and a face-to-face conversation. You don't want to force the conversation. Right. So I think a lot of times we can start in a simple 2 or 3 minute conversation instead of dragging out these messages on social media.
Right. It's so much more fluid. I mean, if you think about the conversation that we're having just right now among each other, if I were to send you a message on Facebook or on a text message, I have to wait for you to respond. In theory, that should be how it works. There's there's this back and forth.
And talking in person, you can use your soft skills.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. So, okay, so soft skills, what does that even mean? It's something that we learned years ago, but now we're in this day and age where we have devices in front of us that break up those soft skills. So meaning I can have a conversation with you, I'm just chatting with you, I have no intent other than to get to know you, to learn more about you. It's just engagement. Whereas what has happened is that there's this obstacle there's devices now that prevent us from doing that. We go to a coffee shop or we go out to dinner and we immediately pull our phones out. We can't, I know, we just can't sit there and embrace the silence.
It's sad, honestly. It really is.
So soft skills are huge. I agree with that immensely, Jen.
For sure. So let's talk about a little bit on what you can do in the moment when you're out doing everyday things. So say you're going shopping for an outfit for a party.
I love shopping.
You love shopping? Me too. So let's say you're going shopping for your next party or for maybe a team meeting. You could say something to the lady at the front desk, like, hey, I'm looking for something professional and fun to wear for my party or team meeting. Do you have any suggestions? That could easily spark some kind of excitement or, hey, what do you do for a living? Or
what kind of party? Yeah.
You've opened up a door. Like now you can have this conversation that you wouldn't have had if you were just like, no, I'm good. I don't need any help.
Absolutely.
You know?
And I think another great thing to do is by carrying a lot of your Pure Romance product on you.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You're a product advocate. You love the product. So what products are you keeping with you in your daily life that you can bring out in certain experiences? So
And I mean, I think that's kind of why, that is what starts Pure Romance Consultants into this whole Pure Romance world in the first place, is that they went to a party, they had a fun experience, but they also found a product that they loved. And that is, we know Coochie is popular, but if it's something that you can carry around, so like, I personally love carrying the Kiss fragrance around, or like the Kiss body spray, because I mean, I can't help it if it gets it's hot outside where summer's coming up and things can get a little funky, okay? So I just want to spritz myself down. It has pheromones in it, so now I'm all boosted up again and confident that I'm feeling good. But there's some other products too. Like, what other ones would you guys carry?
Bosom Buddy for me.
Oh, yeah.
I always have it all the time. And you pull it out and it's this like giant chapstick quote. And people are like, what is that? And I'm like, oh my gosh, smell it, put it on, it feels amazing. And I'm not even a consultant, I'm a corporate. And my friends are always like, oh my gosh, I want some of that. And I'm like, yeah, you do. I know you do.
Get some pina colada, a little tingly.
I like doing Basic Instinct, especially when
that's a fun one.
I'm at the zoo with my kids. I always have someone come up to me like, what is that? It smells amazing. So even my husband.
It's that attractiveness factor. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
Your
it
husband.
makes it
Those little baby kidders are here for a reason.
But when you have these products on you, you have to remember, you have to be prepared to answer the question, what do you do?
Yep.
And I think that being said, we talk a little bit about maybe something about this 30-second commercial.
Yes.
Yep. I'm here for your 30-second commercial. So I do think it's very important, that whole 30-second element is important, because you don't want someone to ramble on forever and ever for a simple question, but you also want to be whole in your answer.
Informative.
Yeah, exactly. So it's an opportunity to do more than just share what Pure Romance is, which we've already gone through. It's inviting them to learn more about what exactly you can offer them.
Absolutely.
So, and you can easily make this about booking or sponsoring. So say you want to book a party, say you want someone to join your team, just try this. Hi, my name's Heather. I'm a consultant with Pure Romance, a wellness company offering top of line in bath, beauty, intimacy, and relationship products. The best part about inviting me to your next ladies' night is that my hostesses never have to pay full price, and they always get a free gift. Do you like free stuff?
Yes.
Of course. So how does a fun shopping experience where you can earn free stuff with your friends all around you having a great time sound?
I'm in.
Right?
Of course you are. Because I sound so fun and natural that you're like, let's do it. So if you're going to transition it for sponsoring instead, you can just say, the best part about being a consultant is that I get paid to party and I get to help people. So I get to make extra money just for empowering women with information that enhances their relationship with themselves or with their partner or with both.
Oh, I really, really like that. because I think that so often when it comes to intimacy products, there's this association that it exists between you and another person, but I think that relationship with yourself is so important to bring up in a conversation.
The most important, if you ask me.
I love that.
I like that I get paid for helping people.
Yeah.
I like to help people naturally, so I think it's just something that speaks to me, so I think that's a great hook.
And I mean, I would love to get paid to party, so.
Yeah, show me that money. That's what we really want. So,
Okay,
and
wait.
here's the thing.
Hold on, I have to stop you because really fast, the wellness company, like I love that you use that to describe pure romance. I think that that's because we are a little bit wellness. It's this empowering when it comes to intimacy products and to body products. And I think you're making it this approachable company that could be intimidating. Like, yes, again, we are in this industry that offers bedroom accessories, but this wellness approach is a really great way to lead into having a conversation.
Yes, it's no longer taboo. Okay. Taboo shamu. So, here's the thing though. You do not ever have to be afraid of the word no.
Really?
Oh my gosh. You know, that's what you hear all the time is I don't know how to bring it up. I'm so nervous. What if they're not interested?
It's fear.
One of our top consultants, Ashley Cohen Guy, I loved, she did a Skype interview on Live, Love, Win, and she was saying how, you know, you're at a restaurant and your server comes up to you and they're like, hey, would you guys like any dessert tonight? And you're like, oh, no, I am so full. Do you think that
I'm the
server?
Yes person.
Do you think that, well, yeah, baby Leo makes you say yes.
Yes, little baby's saying yes.
But do you think that server goes in the back room and sobs because you just said no, that you didn't want dessert? No. Do you think they're going to go quit because you said no? No.
Not.
They're going to move on with their life. It's fine. No is fine.
Yeah.
Because if someone says no to joining, you can just say, okay, would you like to host a party? If someone says no to a party, you can say, okay, here's our catalog. If you see anything you'd like, I'd love to be your pure romance consultant. Do you have one already?
That's so important. I like that they're asking. I like that little comment of, do you have one already? Because that shows respect for the sales force themselves, other consultants, but you're also still ending it with this question that allows you to be like, because I want to be your pure romance consultant.
Pick me. So, and if someone says no to place an order, you'll ask, well, let me know if you have any friends who might be interested.
Referrals,
I offer a great referral program. And I think referral program sounds like kind of a scary word, but they're honestly so simple. So it can be as simple as offering a one-time 10% discount. But make sure that you offer it upon them placing their order or booking the party.
Yeah, that's true.
So you don't want to offer a reward until the referral has done business with you. You can't just be giving out handouts for free.
That's true.
Good point.
And if they're just not ready, sometimes they're just not ready. They're busy, life's happening, maybe they don't have the extra money, whatever it could be. May I add you to my VIP page where you can check out information when the time's right for you.
So
you know,
good.
It's there is no. There's no final
That is the essence
no.
of marketing. You plant the seed now,
Yeah.
and potentially could grow into something beautiful later.
Well,
Exactly.
and you've completely progressed through all of the opportunities. Like you just went, like for every single no that you could have gotten, at least that very last no, if you still get it, you're opening that door to say, I have information for you for when you're ready. Can I add you to blank? Like, and it doesn't have to be just a VIP group. So VIP groups are for consultants for their customer base. It's usually like a private online Facebook group, and you don't have to reinvent this. This all exists on training.pureromance.com.
We got you. We got you.
Media Center has assets. There's social shareables. There's group descriptions that you can include. But you don't even have to do just that. Like you could just say like, you know, I can we exchange information so that I can keep in touch with you with more information if you're interested. And that way you can get their email address, their phone number, just friend them on Facebook.
Yeah, friend them on Facebook.
Yes.
You know, say happy birthday to them. Start forming an honest and real connection with these people. Yeah, for sure. So what is the common denominator in all these things we're talking about? We're stealing the deal.
Yes,
Close
we are.
the deal.
Right?
Yes,
okay. Exactly.
Close it.
So Jen, tell me how we get more specific on closing the deal.
Yeah.
Girls, it's very easy. We just have to start asking the question.
Yeah.
Right? We do a lot of this work, and a lot of it's genuine. It's organic. We really do like your earrings, or we really do shop at the same store. But we want to ask that question. Do they want more information? Would they like to earn free product? What else? How would you like to plan your next ladies' night in?
Yeah.
And the one that I love is, what would you do with an extra $200 a month?
Become a consultant and get that $200.
Who does not want a buddy in the business?
Okay, but it's so funny because I think about how any of my single girlfriends, when they want my advice or when they don't want my advice, and we're just like, okay, so they're going out on a date or they're talking to a guy that they're gonna, or a girl or whoever their partner, they're gonna go out on a date and they're just like, how does this exchange happen? Like, ugh, the person isn't texting me back, or I'm not getting any feedback. And I'm always like, well, did you ask a question? Did you end it on a question, or did they end it on a question? Because otherwise they're kind of allowed to stop the conversation there. So by asking questions, and the questions like you just shared, Jen, like that is the perfect way to keep that line of communication open so that you can close the deal, right?
Yeah. And I think no matter how they answer, you should always exchange your information.
Yeah.
Because right now might not be the best time, but they could think of you in the future, or maybe want a connection with you in the future.
So like what kind of exchange?
So by giving them a business card or finding them on social media.
Oh yeah, that's so easy.
Right?
Just pull your phone out.
I just went to a party a couple weeks ago, and as a 38-year-old woman, you don't meet a lot of new girlfriends.
No.
But I met these 3 women that I connected with, and we never talked about pure romance, but now we're Facebook friends. So you just organically find these guys on social media, become friends with them, and
Oh yeah,
you
it's
never know
so
what's
easy to
gonna
find
happen.
people on social. We're all professional stalkers. It's okay. It's true.
I agree immensely.
But then when you exchange the information, what will happen when you get their details? So, hey, Alexa, I'm going to make sure I'll send you a message maybe next week and we can get together for coffee. And I'm sure there's other ways that you can do this. Maybe they're not interested right now, but just making sure that you are keeping a relationship with them for however long.
Well, and you're making that exchange of information something that you're making it actionable afterwards. So you're not just saying like, can I get your phone number? Or can I get your email? You're letting them know like, hey, like, can I have your number so that we can meet for coffee? Or I can get in touch with you about my next upcoming sale or a product launch. You're kind of closing it out by saying, I'm not just asking you for your information just to have it. I would like to be in touch with you for XYZ reasons. I think that that's a perfect way to go into it.
For sure. And on social media, Heather, I think you brought it up best, wishing them a happy birthday or when they have a special moment that they celebrate on social media, interacting with them.
Absolutely. I had a birthday a couple days ago, and the Facebook love, like every single one, you smile so big. So it's so important just to make the people feel those little bits of special.
And you can make it special with all the gifts, GIFs, whatever you want to call it, okay?
It's a gift.
Hold on, but let's
Photos,
a
videos.
little friendly reminder. Remember, I'm not adding these people to my VIP group.
No, you don't have. No, not right away.
Not right away. I'm just asking them to be my friend.
Yeah.
Or I'm just sending them a message. I think that's important because it's a little bit of what we talked about earlier. You don't want to shove your business down someone's throat that maybe isn't ready for the information.
No, and it just seems like disingenuous. Like you aren't truly making that connection. And I think when it comes to adding someone on social media, or if you're text messaging them, I think you got to think about it like this. When it comes to your ability to have these types of conversations about pure romance and about really any part of your business, what you have, this fluid conversation that we're having right now, it would take messages and time when all that back and forth. So that's why we say it can be, you can make progress on social media, but it should be step by step. Just like I wouldn't immediately enter this conversation and walk up to you and say, Jen, can I add you to my VIP group? You'd be like, whoa. Hi, how was your day?
Dinner first.
Like,
Yeah,
seriously.
exactly.
You would want me to kind of build up and have this little bit of an exchange before we get to something like that. So the same can apply in person in terms of building a connection as it can when it comes to texting and direct messaging. But that's why we say, like, get on the phone or talk to people in person. It happens so much faster. And that means that money can happen so much faster, right? Okay. So all this being said, this information really is only very useful if it's practiced, right?
Practice makes perfect. Okay. That literally, guys, that was not rehearsed. That just happened because Jen and I are just on the same wavelength.
Okay,
I love
so
it.
I'm gonna leave now. That was really weird.
It was cute though.
We're best friends. Bye.
Okay, so practice, right? So we're not telling you how to type about your business, how to write about your business. This is all about how to talk about your business. So we want to challenge you, get out there and practice these tips. And here's what you can do. Replay this podcast over and over again until you feel confident having a conversation, much like we are about who Pure Romance is, what Pure Romance is, how to have that 30-second commercial like Heather went over, how to talk about booking, how to talk about sponsoring. And once you feel confident, feel free to write out what you say and then practice it that way too. Sometimes having these written examples is the best way to have something to almost memorize, but you can take it next step. Like once you've memorized it, you can start to add your personality to it.
Exactly.
And the bonus is that, again, all of these scripts exist on training.pureromance.com, so you don't even have to write it out. We've got it written out for you.
I think we also are on our COO page.
Yep, exactly. Yep. And if you want to hear or read more scripts, we have this really awesome page on our COO right now, Jen, just to plug that one in.
Right.
The Make It Happen page, where you can watch videos, you can listen to audio, you can listen to, we're going to do some more of these podcasts, right? Where you can hear people talking about the business. And that way you can start to feel more confident in talking about it yourself. So that's it. You
guys, it's been fun as always.
It has been so much fun. And you know, here's the thing: we want you to share this with your team members. If you're having fun, make sure that your team members are also having fun. So share this with them. Let them know it exists. If you like, give us a review. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. You can leave it on YouTube, on iTunes, on wherever this exists. Just let us know.
Yeah, we want your feedback.
Yes. And if you ever have any questions, of course, always contact our customer service team. We want to hook you up, help you out, and make sure that you feel confident rocking your own business. But other than that, thanks for joining us on this week's episode of STRATCAST.
Catch you next time.
Catch you next time.